Good morning, children. Today, in Lines and Angles Part 4, we are going to do exercise problems. Exercise 6.2, page number 103. Question number 1. In the given figure, find the values of x and y and then show that AB is parallel to CD. We can see the figure AB and CD, two lines intersected by another line which can be called as the transversal. Taking the third line, we can say x plus 50 is equal to 180 degree using the condition linear pair. From this, we can find the value of x, which is 180 degree minus 50 degree equal to 130 degree. Therefore, we got the value of x as 130 degree. Now, take the second line CD, which is intersected by the transversal. We can see y and 130 degree are equal because they are vertically opposite angles. Therefore, the value of y will be 130 degree. So, from this we can see the value of x and y are equal and which is equal to 130 degree. From the figure we can see x and y are called alternate interior angles. We have a condition: if the alternate interior angles are equal, the lines are parallel. Here the lines are AB and CD. Therefore, we can say line AB is parallel to line CD. Question number 2. In the given figure, if AB parallel to CD, CD parallel to EF and y is to z is equal to 3 is to 7, find x. We can see AB is parallel to CD. Here, x and y are called co-interior angles. If the lines are parallel, we have a condition: co-interior angles are supplementary. Therefore, we can write x plus y is equal to 180 degree, and the reason is co-interior angles are supplementary. Similarly, we can see CD is parallel to EF. Therefore, angle GOD and angle Z are called corresponding angles. We know if the lines are parallel, corresponding angles are equal. Therefore, angle GOD is equal to Z. We can see CD is a straight line. Using the condition linear pair, we can write y plus z equal to 180 degree. You are given the ratio y is to z equal to 3 is to 7. That is 3a plus 7a is equal to 180 degree. From this, we can find the value of a, which is equal to 180 degree by 10 equal to 18 degree. Therefore, the value of y will be 3a is equal to 3 into 18, which is equal to 54 degree. And z is equal to 7a, which is 7 into 18 equal to 126 degree. As we got the values for y and z, we can substitute x plus y equal to 180 degree, and therefore x is equal to 180 degree minus 54 degree equal to 126 degree. Question number 3. In the given figure, if AB is parallel to CD, EF is perpendicular to CD, and angle GED is equal to 126 degree, find angle AGE, angle GEF and angle FGE. Let us see what all things are given. We are given GED is equal to GED is equal to 126 degree. Since EF is perpendicular to CD, we can say angle FED will be 90 degree. We can write GED as angle GEF plus angle FED. We know the value for GED, that is 126 degree, is equal to GEF plus 90 degree. From there we can say angle GEF is equal to 126 degree minus 90 degree, which is equal to 36 degree. Therefore we got the value for GEF. GEF is equal to 36 degree. Now we know FGE and GED are co-interior angles. We are given AB and CD are the parallel lines. Considering GE as the transversal, we can say FGE plus GED is equal to 180 degree. FGE is not given, so we will write angle FGE plus 126 degree equal to 180 degree. We are given the value of GED as 126 degree. Therefore, angle FGE is equal to 180 degree minus 126 degree equal to 54 degree. So we got FGE is equal to 54 degree. Very clearly at the point G, we can say AGE plus FGE equal to 180 degree using the condition linear pair. Therefore, angle AGE plus 54 degree equal to 180 degree. Therefore, angle AGE is 180 degree minus 54 degree equal to 126 degree. We can find the value of AGE using another condition called alternate interior angles. We know AB is parallel to CD and GE is the transversal. Therefore, we can say AGE is equal to GED because alternate interior angles are equal. Question number 4. In the given figure, PQ is parallel to ST. We can see PQ and ST, they are two parallel lines. Angle PQR is equal to 110 degree. PQR is equal to 110 degree and angle RST is equal to 130 degree. RST is equal to 130 degree. Find angle QRS. We need to find angle QRS. For solving this problem, we need to do a construction. Construct a line XY which is parallel to PQ. Since PQ is parallel to ST, we can say XY will be parallel to PQ and ST. So we are drawing a line XY through the point R. Now we can say angle PQR plus angle QRX equal to 180 degree. Reason, co-interior angles are supplementary. PQ is parallel to XY, angle Q and angle R are called co-interior angles. Therefore, angle QRX is equal to 180 degree minus 110 is equal to 70 degree. Similarly, we can see the next line ST is parallel to XY and angle S and angle R are co-interior angles. Therefore, we can write angle RST plus angle SRY equal to 180 degree. The value of angle RST is given 130 degree. Therefore, angle SRY is 180 degree minus 130 degree equal to 50 degree. So we got the value of QRX as 70 degree and SRY as 50 degree. Now take XY as a straight line. We can use the condition angles on a straight line is 180 degree. That means XRQ plus QRS plus SRY equal to 180 degree. We know the value of XRQ which is 70 degree. We know the value of SRY which is 50 degree, and therefore we can find angle QRS is equal to 180 degree minus 120 degree is equal to 60. Question number 5. In the given figure, if AB is parallel to CD, angle APQ equal to 50 degree and angle PRD is equal to 127 degree, find X and Y. Here we can see APQ is equal to 50 degree, PRD is equal to 127 degree. Since AB is parallel to CD and considering the line PQ as a transversal, we can say APQ is equal to PQR using the condition alternate interior angles. Therefore, the value of X is equal to 50 degree. We can see AB is parallel to CD and PQ is the transversal. Angle APQ equal to angle PQR. Therefore, X is equal to 50 degree. To find the value of Y, we can say again AB and CD are the parallel lines and PR is the transversal. That means 50 plus Y is equal to 127 degree. Reason, alternate interior angles are equal. From this we can find Y is equal to 127 degree minus 50 degree equal to 77 degree. Question number 6. In the given figure, PQ and RS are two mirrors placed parallel to each other. An incident ray AB strikes the mirror PQ at B. The reflected ray moves along the path BC and strikes the mirror RS at C and again reflects back along CD. Prove that AB is parallel to CD. You are given two mirrors PQ and RS which are parallel to each other. A ray starts from the point A and strikes the mirror PQ at the point B. At that point, it is reflected back and moves along the ray path BC and strikes the mirror RS at the point C. From this point C, it is reflected again through the ray CD. Now, for finding the answer AB is parallel to CD, we need to construction. Draw two lines BE and CF such that BE is perpendicular to PQ and CF is perpendicular to RS. We can see the line BE is perpendicular to PQ and CF is perpendicular to RS. We know PQ is parallel to RS, therefore we can say BE will also be parallel to CF. And we have learned in physics, angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Here at the point B, AB is the angle of ABE is the angle of incidence, and from B it is reflected through BC. We can say angle of reflection is EBC. Therefore, angle 1 is equal to angle 2. At the point C, we can say angle 3 is equal to angle 4. Here, BE and CF are parallel lines and BC is the transversal. BC is considered as the transversal. Therefore, we can say angle 2 and angle 3 are alternate interior angles and they are equal. Therefore, angle 2 is equal to angle 3. Now, angle 1 is equal to angle 2, angle 2 is equal to angle 3 and angle 3 is equal to angle 4. That is, angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to angle 3 plus angle 4. Angle 1 plus angle 2 is taken as angle ABC, and angle 3 plus angle 4 is taken as angle BCD. Now we got angle ABC is equal to angle BCD. Here we can say the alternate interior angles are equal. Then the lines will be parallel, that is AB will be parallel to CD. Now let us learn some extra problems based on the properties, the parallel line and its transversal. Question number 1. In the figure, if PQ is parallel to RS, angle MXQ is equal to 135 degree and angle MYR is equal to 40 degree, find angle XMY. We can see the figure PQ and RS parallel to each other, and MXQ is given 135 degree, MYR is given 40 degree. To find the angle XMY, we need a construction. That is, we are going to draw a line AB which is parallel to PQ and RS through the point M. So here we can see the line AB which is parallel to PQ as well as parallel to RS. Now consider PQ and the line AB which are parallel. XM is the transversal. We can say MXQ and XMB are co-interior angles. Since the lines are parallel, we can say co-interior angles are supplementary. That is, MXQ plus angle XMB equal to 180 degree. From this we can find angle XMB equal to 180 degree minus 135 degree, which is equal to 45 degree. Similarly, now we are going to take the line AB and the line RS which are parallel to each other and MY as the transversal. Being parallel lines, we can say MYR and YMB are alternate interior angles. And the alternate interior angles are equal if the lines are parallel, which is 40 degree is equal to YMB. Now to find XMY, I can add XMB and BMY. That is 45 degree plus 40 degree is equal to 85 degree. Question number 2. In the given figure, show that AB is parallel to EF. We want to prove AB and EF are parallel to each other. You are given angle BAC is equal to 57 degree, ACE is equal to 22 degree, ECD equal to 35 degree, CEF is equal to 145 degree. We know angle ACE plus angle ECD is equal to 22 plus 35 degree, which is equal to 57 degree. Now we have angle BAC equal to 57 degree, angle ACD is equal to 57 degree. That is, alternate interior angles are equal, which implies the lines will be parallel, and we got AB will be parallel to CD. Let us consider that as equation number 1. Now we have angle ECD plus angle CEF is equal to 35 degree plus 145 degree, which is equal to 180 degree. If the co-interior angles add up to 180 degree, we can say the lines are parallel. So we have EF is parallel to CD. That is considered as equation number 2. Now from 1 and 2, we can say AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF, which implies AB is parallel to EF. Question number 3. In the given figure, if AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF, find angle ACE. AB is parallel to CD, CD is parallel to EF. So we can see all these three lines are parallel to each other. AB, EF and CD are parallel to each other. We need to find the measure of ACE. We are given CEF is equal to 130 degree. Using the condition of co-interior angles, since EF is parallel to CD, I can say angle E plus angle ECD equal to 180 degree. Therefore, angle ECD is equal to 180 degree minus 130 degree equal to 50 degree. Next, AB and CD is taken. We can say since AB and CD are parallel, the alternate interior angles are equal, which implies BAC equal to ACD. BAC is equal to angle ACD. Alternate interior angles are equal if the lines are parallel. BAC is 70 degree. That is equal to angle ACE plus angle ECD. We got a measure of angle ECD as 50 degree. Substituting the value, we have angle ACE is equal to 70 degree minus 50 degree, which is equal to 20 degree.